Welcome to XBP Europe Insights, where we share our experiences and key learnings. Today, we're diving into an important topic for organizations with a diverse workforce. The topic is infusing a company culture across multiple geographies. We are sort of the definition of that, being that we're pan-European and our workforce consists of many different cultures and nationalities. So we'll discuss the challenges of maintaining company culture across borders, the benefits of getting it right, and some practical ways to preserve employee individuality while fostering a strong sense of belonging. At XBP Europe, we are no strangers to having this diverse workforce. We have people from all over the globe. This clearly has benefits. We get to benefit from many different perspectives, and it helps connect with different clients. But at the end of the day, it's also a balancing act. How do we harness the best from a host of different cultures while maintaining our corporate culture and our identity? So to explore this, I'm joined by Fatimata Ndiaye, our VP of HR for EMEA, and Emily Reichert, EMEA Recruitment Manager. So Fatih and Emily, I've got some ideas on this topic, but it'd be great if you could share your perspectives. And the questions, the topics we should try and cover is how do we cultivate a strong corporate culture across different nationalities while ensuring each employee feels seen and valued? How do we make it clear who we are as a company, but also allow for this individuality of each person to be retained? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, thanks, Andrej. This is an interesting topic for me. It's been an eye-opener seeing how we can make such a difference when we get this right. I think it's important to build a cohesive culture that defines who we are as an organization, while also respecting local nuances. That's a challenge for sure. For example, different culture perceives values, work practices, and priorities in a unique way. You know, even something as simple as giving feedback is different everywhere. Some cultures like direct feedback, and others find it uncomfortable. I've seen cases when an employee from culture where indirect communication is the norm felt uncomfortable getting their direct feedback in a place where clear, blunt communication is standard. The impact of a message or communication can be hard to predict, simply because we come from different cultures. Yeah, so things are different depending on the country, and again, for each person. But gradually, you get a feeling for this.
So Fatih, would you say that France is a more blunt or less blunt culture?
I think we are more direct feedback, I think, yeah. It's a very interesting topic. Working in this field teaches you so much about people and how we can bridge these differences. And I think that management styles also differ across regions. So leadership plays a key role in maintaining our corporate values. And what works well is taking a flexible approach with a strong global vision, but we specify it locally. So we understand each other and we all move in the same direction. When people see their own identity has been recognized, they are more engaged. So it's much easier to drive performance, and we still get a benefit of their unique ideas and inputs.
I think these are some great points. I think as a company, we have a pretty strong record of embracing diversity. It happens fairly naturally because we all seem to hail from many different places, many different backgrounds, and that diversity goes through all levels of this company. The leadership itself of XBP Europe is also made up of people from multiple countries and cultures. So we are fairly attuned to these differences and we work with them every day. With that experience, we tend to be pretty good at guiding our colleagues and teams, not just by telling them, but understanding nuances and guiding them through our personal life experience. Emily, you work closely with new hires and new teams across different regions. What would you say are the strategies that have worked best to make this cultural vision come to life in our daily operations?
Well, here's what I've seen when it comes to making that culture happen on the ground. I've picked up a few things from working with teams from the very beginning, throughout the recruitment process and onboarding, and also within new team setups. So the business really needs to adapt to its audience, the historical cultures, and embody those values in a way to ensure that you build respect on a daily basis. We have over 40 different nationalities in one building, so we all have to work together to have a common belief in the company values and the business culture. And we want to do that without losing that spark that comes from their heritage and everyone's individuality. It's really important. You need to capture what's important to the employee right from the start and ensure that there is a fit within the business culture so that then we can build a sense of belonging. It's our job to support management as we embed new employees properly into the company. There are many practical ways to do this, such as onboarding with a purpose. So from day one, we ensure that employees understand our values, but we also take the time to understand theirs. So one thing we like to do is pair new hires with cultural ambassadors. So these are colleagues who can help them navigate both the company culture and local nuances. And this makes integration smoother. It builds relationships from the very start. Our colleague pairing programs help employees integrate and learn from one another.
Right, yeah. Emily, you're right. We did the same in my region. It's been really effective.
Yeah, Fatih, happy to hear. I found it also works really well. Another thing that I find really key is to look internally for talent and to provide career options that adapt to the business and to provide our team members with opportunities to develop both individually and collectively. So once we've invested in learning about someone and integrating their uniqueness, we then give them a chance to grow. We focus on internal mobility, so ensuring that talent isn't overlooked just because someone is located in a different region. We also run recognition programs like our Employee of the Quarter Awards, in which colleagues and leaders can recommend their peers for different awards. A positive team culture directly impacts employee retention. So when people feel like they belong and they have room to grow, they stay. This reduces costs and helps us retain knowledge and expertise, which drives long-term success.
Absolutely. And for me, beyond retention, it's really the strength of the company culture that builds resilience. We saw it clearly during COVID. We held strong, we kept serving our clients, and even uncovered new business opportunities. And when we trust our teams, of course, they rise to the occasion of giving their best.
I definitely agree with you, Fatih. The knowledge and skills retention that comes from all of that helps the business to flourish and our teams to keep going and with confidence. The strong team base means that they don't fear trying something different.
I think this has been a great discussion. Clearly some themes here and a very pertinent discussion for our organization that has gone through all sorts of changes in the last few years. It has grown organically and inorganically. It has absorbed teams that weren't part of it before. And then it started a new journey as a brand new company with a brand new identity. So in some ways, we've had to navigate this path of fostering cultural differences, yet identifying ourselves as one unified whole in unique ways. But so maybe some takeaways from all this, perhaps to wrap it up. It seems that while cultural differences exist, and while on the surface they may seem to complicate a sense of uniformity, acknowledging and incorporating them creates actually a much stronger whole. It creates more engaged teams. Leadership tends to play a crucial role by balancing a global vision along with local adaptation. And of course, it helps if the leadership itself hails from different cultures. And then there are practical initiatives like the ones that Emily mentioned: mentorship, career development, recognition programs to help reinforce company culture while obviously respecting individuality. So at the end of the day, it's about blending our diverse strengths into one unified organization and ensuring that no matter where we operate, we show up the same way for our clients. I think at the same time, we constantly learn and think outside the box because we get so many different diverse inputs internally. So maybe the takeaway from all this is that diversity definitely becomes or is a competitive advantage. When we have people from different backgrounds who contribute their perspectives, the organization definitely stands to benefit. We get better problem solving, we get richer collaboration, and ultimately better decision making. And it's not just about nationality, it's about embracing different working styles, different career backgrounds. Someone in an innovation role might approach a challenge differently than someone in operations, but ultimately both perspectives are valuable. So anyways, thanks Fatih and Emily for sharing your insights, and thanks to our listeners for tuning in. For more discussions like this, you should visit xbpeurope.com and stay tuned for our next episode.